Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Franklin here, and today, hold up, I'm actually showing a Wi-Fi battle? What? Shout out to my boy 6 Foot Hacks, who actually had a plug who helped me get these battle codes converted into M4A files so I can show you guys on Citra of all things. This makes it extra spicy. So shout outs to him. And I'm actually going up against my boy Jay, who likes to play LC and DS. And I like playing LC on DS as well, because I know how to gen now. And I actually came up with this creative team of mine. This is a very interesting Sun team that I wanted to make around Z Celebrate Bulbasaur and Bellsprout. And so I wanted to make my own Sun team since Vulpix is banned, and that's the only Pokemon that can run Drought. So looking at his team, he does have Aurora Veil, so I have to be very careful since my team is kind of weak to it. So I'm going to lead off with my Dribbler as he leads off with the Mienfoo as expected. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attempt to get up rocks. So that way I can start chipping away the Vulpix in case it is sashed or any other stuff. Knowing that I can't stay inside in the battle, I'm going to switch out into my Marini since this Mienfoo can't really do too much to me besides faking out and knocking me off, which most likely that's what's going to go for. And he actually does, which he does that. And he's going to knock me out. Doesn't do too much. And I'm going to fire off the Skull on the chance so I can burn this thing so that way it can just become useless. And usually Mienfoos don't run Facade because they usually never do. And I get the fortunate burn on my side, so there you go. So I burned the Mienfoo there as he goes for the U-turn. And I actually was expecting him to go into the Vulpix, so I actually click Sludge Bomb here because I know the Vulpix is going to be kind of annoying against my team. And he actually does. I know how to predict. I'm just so fabulous here. Gets up the snow, or the hail I should say, from a snow warning. As I'm going to fire off this Sludge Bomb, predicting that, and I'm like, woo! Jumpman right here. Of course, it's not Fairy, but fortunately for us, it gets poisoned. That means it's on a timer. Now, I was expecting the Vulpix to either go for the Aurora Veil or Freeze Dry. I didn't want to risk Marini since it's actually a very good defensive pivot. But I was like, you know what, whatever, I don't care. I'm just going to let it die since it doesn't have the Eviolite anymore. And I pretty much don't need it against this team. So I'm going to go for another Sludge Bomb. It doesn't do too much because obviously the Aurora Veil is up. But luckily for us, that Vulpix is on a nice, clean, toxic timer. So expecting him to actually go for the Freeze Dry this turn, I actually go into my Cyndaquil here just so I can start picking off his Pokemon. And since Cyndaquil is Choice Scarf, I'm able to outspeed his entire team that isn't Scarfed. Does 5%, most likely that was Hidden Power Ground, since most Vulpixes usually do run Hidden Power Ground. Alolan forms, I should say. The irregular form is actually banned. And he actually goes into this Slush Rush user, which is the Cubchoo. And Cubchoo is a Pokemon I had never encountered with in LC yet. Expecting him to not have a moveset that will kill me, he actually goes for the Surf, as I kind of thought so, because usually I don't think these guys can run ground type moves unless they want to run Hidden Power Ground, which is whatever for me. Doesn't really bother me too much. I don't think he didn't want to stay in because he didn't want to let go of his fast speed user right there, as then it goes into the Piplup. Not going to do too much to me, so I'm just going to go for the knockoff to catch something off guard, and now I'm able to catch the Eviolite off. So now this little penguin is not defensive anymore. I switch out, and I think, you know what? It might be a perfect opportunity to get in my Dribbler in case he wants to get rocks up. But as you're going to see later on in the match, it's not really going to matter. So he does end up getting the rocks up, which is fine with me, because I wanted to either Rapid Spin or get my own rocks up. And I actually do get my rocks up since I am faster. And what I'm going to attempt to do now is I'm going to attempt to survive the Scald, which I actually do, due to the fact that EVs with LC Pokemon at level 5 works a bit different. Unfortunately, I get burned, but since burn is only 6%, it doesn't do too much, and it's because I am below the 20%, I actually get the Berry Juice going. I get my 20 HP back, which is awesome. So I do Rapid Spin these bad boys away, just trying to, not let them stay on the field. He goes for a Scald, and I believe this Scald will actually not knock me out, but will barely suffice. Now, the problem here is that because I am faster, I kind of have to go for the Rapid Spin. So I wanted to go for the Rock Slide in an attempt to flinch the Piplup. Doesn't do too much since I am burnt, but he goes for the default anyways, which was whatever to me. Honestly, wasn't gonna do too much. I am burnt, so there are no rocks out on the field. And so now I'm thinking, I want to get Sun up now since Rorvale is gone. So I go to my Purrleon, and the only reason why I have this cat on my team is because it has access to Prankster Heat Rock Sunny Day. And so I'm able to get the Sun up, and now it's time for my big boys Bellsprout and my Bulbasaur to sweep. He goes for the rocks, which is whatever. I'm not really affected by rocks. My Cyndaquil is kind of, useless at this point. And so what I'm going to do now here is go for the U-turn, but my opponent actually makes kind of an interesting play here. As I switch out, and he was expecting me to go into one of my grass Pokemon, and he makes the correct play by going for the Ice Beam here. And so I was hoping, oh boy, I'm not Eviolated, so I hope it doesn't do too much. It doesn't. It only puts me at 3 HP. And so because I'm faster with the Sun up, he's going to have to switch out, and he's going to go into his little preschooler, which is the Snubbull. But luckily for me, I got the Giga Drain here, and I'm going to recover not all my HP, but a good chunk of my HP back. And obviously I am the fastest Pokemon in battle right now, so that means I can fire off a Sludge Bomb here. And I was thinking about going for the Z Celebrate, but I was like, this thing probably has Fire Fang, and Fire Fang sounds no bueno. So I fire off the Sludge Bomb because of the damage that Giga Drain did, almost half. And since Sludge Bomb is more powerful, it's able to knock it out, especially at super effective. Goes into the Abra. Here I actually don't want to switch out, so I'm gonna go for the Sleep Powder and put this bad boy to sleep. And again, I was thinking about going for the Z Celebrate here again, but I was thinking, you know what? Because of sleep turns, I don't want to risk that. And Life Orb Psychic is able to knock me out. So I won't take that risk, and I'm just going to drain all the HP back. And look at my HP, boy. I'm at 2/3. And so here I'm going to fire off another Giga Drain, I believe, since it did over half. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm able to knock out the Abra. So that's one last gigantic threat out of the way. And so now, looking at the rest of his team, he doesn't really have much for the Bulbasaur. And so what I'm going to do here now is, because this little Yamcha is burnt, he's going to go for the Fake Out, which doesn't do too much. And judging by, the damage, I was like, whatever. And since the sun is about to end very soon, I'm like, you know what? You can go for the U-turn. You do whatever you want. You're faster than me because there's no sun up. And so now I decide to pop off the Z move. And I'm like, baby, oh baby, I'm going to fire off this Z move like crazy. And so I actually do. And kind of crazy, but the last time I performed the Z Celebrate was a Rayquaza sweep in Ubers. So it's been a while since I used the Z Celebrate. Now I have used Z Happy Hour before, and they do the same thing, but I have not used Z Celebrate in a while. So it's been a while since I actually seen this animation. So I go for the Giga Drain, and knowing this is not Eviolated, since that did so much damage, I'm going to get nearly all the HP back, just with 1 HP. Goes for the Ice Punch, and I was kind of scared this might do too much, but I live. And I'm like, phew! And usually Cubchoo's can run Aqua Jet, I believe, but not this one. So, because it had Surf, so they make no sense why it would have Aqua Jet. So we're able to knock out the Cubchoo, and now the end is near. Because in comes this Mienfoo. It's burnt. It can't really do too much to me. And so you're just going to go for the Fake Out here. And I'm like, that's not going to do too much. And I'm at +1 speed and defense, so it definitely is not going to do anything at all. So what I'm going to do is, avoiding crits, I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain just to get all the HP back as I can. That way I can take hits. As it goes for the U-turn here. Completely fine by me. And the only reason why he's doing this is because he's trying to get the Mienfoo's HP back via Regenerator. So goes into Pimple and it's like, whatever. Doesn't matter to me because I'm just going to Giga Drain back. And this little birdie is going bye-bye. Able to get all the HP back from it as well. And now it's pretty much game over. I didn't get to use Bellsprout. I didn't get to use the rest of my team as well. But regardless, we get the victory here. So, looking at the battles and looking at how the video came out, it really came out very clean. So shoutouts to 6foot Hacks Plug for allowing me to give him the code just to convert into M4As. I will link his channel into the description. He's a very good competitive battler as well. He plays in a lot of draft leagues as well. So you guys should go ahead and check him out if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. I've been following him for quite a while, and he's a really great person overall. So knowing how this video came out, I will drop more Wi-Fi battles if I can. So I'm trying to think of what other battle videos I want to showcase. It might be old, it might be new, but regardless, we are at the end of this Wi-Fi LC battle. So thank you guys for watching. It's your boy Franklin. Hoping for more battles. Signing out.